My people established a new colony on Haven. It was going well, but now the colony's gone dark. They're not responding on any frequency. We need to get there and see what the situation is. They might have been exposed to the Zerg virus, and they are on the verge of Protoss space. Jim, I'm worried that something has gone very wrong.
We're almost to Haven, but there's still been no contact from... Sir, there's a Protoss fleet holding in orbit. They're disrupting all communications to the surface, and it looks like they're powering up their main weapons.
Jim, you have to stop this.
Matt, open a channel to the Protoss. Let's see how diplomatic they're feeling.
Intaro Tassadar, James Raynor. I am Executor Celendis. Your bravery and service to Ire are known to us.
Intaro Tassadar, Celendis. Listen, with all due respect, your fleet needs to pull back. The people on Haven are no threat to you.
Our observers detected Zerg hive spores infesting the colonists. They must be purified. If you wish to undertake this mission in our stead, we will permit it.
Jim, some of my people are infested. But you can't let the Protoss just destroy them all. If you keep the Protoss at bay, I know I can find a cure for the infestation.
The only cure for Zerg infestation is purification by fire. You know this to be true, James Raynor.
I can cure them, Jim. Believe me.
If you choose to resist us, we will meet in glorious combat. The choice is yours, James Raynor. We await your answer.
I'm so sorry, Ariel. But the Executor's right. Believe me, they wouldn't have come all the way here if their data wasn't conclusive. Call off your fleet, Celendis. This is a Terran thing. I'll handle it myself.
What? This isn't right. I thought you were a better man than this, Jim.
Ariel, if there was a cure, you would have found it by now. The only thing we can do is put an end to this once and for all.
I won't accept that. Every one of my people can be saved. I'm close to finding the cure, I know it.
Honor to you, James Raynor. You were ever a true friend of the Protoss. Although this work is painful for you, many more lives will be saved by your actions this day.
We've all laid it on the line for these folks more than once. But there's only one way we can help them now. We've got to save the ones we can, and kill the rest. I know it's terrible, but if we wipe out these infested settlements, we'll save the whole damn planet from being overrun.
Ain't nothing a little fire won't cure. A lot of ground to cover, though. We ain't got enough troops to be everywhere at once.
Don't worry about it. Swan's already got that covered.
Yeah, I got you covered. Had to call in a few favors to get the schematics for these babies. You owe me big time, cowboy. Don't forget, these bad boys can switch between air and ground mode anytime you need them to.
Those Vikings will make all the difference. But it looks like some of the infested colonists are turning already.
And those structures are infesting more of them.
Let's just get this done.
Infestation source detected.
Sir, that virophage structure is spreading the Zerg virus to the colonists. We've got to destroy all the virophages. The more of them there are, the more infested we'll have to fight. Sir, I'm detecting some large Zerg flyers. They match the reported profiles for broodlords. Be careful. They're lethal against ground targets.
We'll hit them from the air. Where are my Vikings at? Stay sharp. I want anyone that leaves the ship wearing a suit. Last thing I need is more people getting infested.
They infest Marines too, brother.
My orders still stand. Shouldn't be a problem for you though, Tychus.
Hey guys, I'm Mike from Vigil Gaming, and it's a StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty. I am playing the mission called Haven's Fall. This is part 1 out of 3. This mission is if you select the Protoss people, you get +3 to Protoss research, and then you you basically disown Dr. Hansen. Either you can only pick one, of course. If you do save before you actually play these, you can go back and play both of them, but you cannot keep both of the research projects. So, and this is the one I did select to continue with. I did need the Protoss research more than the Zerg, because I only needed one more Zerg research and I finished it all. But yeah, I did need the Protoss research, so definitely chose this one. And this one actually is not a lot, but it's much more difficult than Safe Haven, the other one, if you choose Dr. Hansen. So unless you need the Protoss research and yeah, but wait, that made no sense. Unless you need the Protoss research, I highly recommend not doing this mission because it's kind of annoying. But basically, mass Viking, as with Safe Haven. Mass Viking. As you see, I have 3 Vikings here. I'm just going out for the first base right now, and just continue to build Vikings. I highly recommend building bunkers because they're very helpful, especially if you have the upgrade to have the little turrets on the top of it. Always nice. That way, like, even if you don't have any Marines or anything in there, it still attacks. So turrets as well is very helpful, and there's 2 entrances to your base that you'll get attacked from, and I recommend having some sort of infantry in both those areas. So as you see, double Viking because I have a starport. And yeah, so once I get everything out of the air, the stuff that's important, I land here, and there's a lot of these infested guys that come and attack you. So it's very annoying. You might not want to push out right away like I did here, but I did win, so that's good. But here I thought I just had to kill this thing, and then I got credit for it. I didn't see that. I thought I started with 5 bases, so that's why I just kind of left right after this. So as you see, I leave, but you have to destroy everything, all structures in the base, to get credit for destroying that base. But the other thing is that the Zerg. The other thing that makes this mission very annoying is that the Zerg are constantly relocating. So the longer you wait to kill stuff, the more and more bases there will be. I think at one point there's 5 bases, because the main objective is to destroy the Zerg infestation. There's 4 remaining. I believe at one point I let them have 5 bases that are destroyed. But again, if you have the army to do so, if you're just building an army, you have to build something quite large. But I put a factory. I put the tech lab on the factory because I was going to build Goliaths. Didn't do that. Basically, mass Viking is what I did, and have an SCV repair things as needed. Here I realized I needed to destroy everything in the base, but yeah. So the other thing that I was talking about, that yeah, the Zerg relocate. So like if you for example, I'm gonna get rid of this base and I have 3 remaining. That doesn't mean that the Zerg are gonna just make a new base somewhere else. So you have to be very weary of that. Another thing is that they often will relocate as you're destroying another base, which you'll see later on in this level. So you have to be able to multitask. Sending one army to one place and the other to the other place. That way you have one army destroying one base and one army destroying the new relocation. That's a very good strategy, but I didn't do that just because I didn't have that large of an army, so I just basically relied on my Vikings, and it did a really good job. So yeah, but here just get rid of these structures and continue to mass produce Vikings, but don't overdo. Oh, and by the way, every time you destroy a structure, like Zerglings or something come out, or just some sort of drones or something, so just make sure to kill them. But the one thing that I highly recommend not doing is just focusing all of your minerals on Vikings. I highly recommend getting 3 refineries if possible, since there is 3 refinery spots. I highly recommend getting 2 bunkers at each entrance, or at least 2 bunkers in one. I have 2 bunkers at the top entrance, or I will have 2 bunkers at the top entrance, and then I end up having 1 at the bottom, but I have a lot more infantry at the bottom to support that bunker. So I recommend doing that. Your mercenaries, if you have any mercenaries, you can drop down. Highly recommended. Continue to build, Marines, medics, fire bats, marauders, all that stuff, and that's going to be your base defense, because Zerg will continuously come to your base, especially when they relocate somewhere close. But yeah, and here I did a pretty stupid thing of sending these 4 Vikings to destroy a huge base. So don't do that. As you see, I basically lose all these guys plus like the Goliath or something I have, and then I have to wait and build more stuff, and that results in them getting the fourth relocation, or the fourth structure, sorry, back, and then fifth structure, and so on. But yes, I do remember that Vikings can be are air only when they are flying, but they can attack ground when they are in assault mode. So very nice. Yeah. That's basically it. And make sure to rally point. Make sure to always be checking your rally points, making sure that the rally pointed individual isn't dead. That way, you know, constant. That way they don't. As you saw, those two Vikings were just sitting at the starport. That way, that doesn't happen. But yeah. So here I built my second bunker. I didn't know there was actually a second entrance yet. So pretty poor placement of that bunker. But oh well. Here I have, I believe, 2 Goliaths, or 1 Goliath and a couple Vikings, or 2 Goliaths and like 5, 6 Goliaths, or wow, 2 Goliaths, like 6 Vikings. I'm not really good with words today, but so as you see here, this is where the second entrance is, and I didn't have anything there, so I sent my guys out of the bunker to defend that. And I didn't build a bunker there for a while. So yeah. Not the best of ideas, because I didn't think they were coming back very often, so yeah, that wasn't probably the best of ideas. But basically, sending only my Marines into the bunkers, and yeah, that's it. Building other stuff while defending my base and, you know, attacking. And here I built an engineering bay for the turrets. I don't think I got any upgrades from the engineering bay, and maybe I got one later on, but I don't think I did this game. Mainly because I don't really need it, and just because I just wanted a missile turret from that engineering bay to help at that second entrance that was unprotected. But yeah, and as you see, I'm losing guys here. Not the best idea, and I don't know why I didn't pull back, but pretty poor choice. Here I just sent my Vikings to die, basically. So that was nice. Here I sent an SCV to help out, to kind of repair. Didn't do much, actually, so yeah. So I'm going to lose all these guys eventually. I think I only saved 1 Goliath, or I only get 1 Goliath out of this whole ordeal, so that wasn't very fun. But since I'm just rambling on about nothing and I just don't really have much to say anymore, I'm just going to leave it at that for this video. Comment, rate, subscribe, tell your friends, because there's more videos to come. I am Mike for Vigil Gaming, and I'll see you guys in part 2 or part 3 or whatever video you decide to watch. I'll see you there. Goodbye.
Agreed. Fortune favors the bold.
Is under attack.